Hello there you beautiful people, and in this video we're going to be wrapping up our discussion of how to navigate the Linux file system using the command line. And in this video you're going to learn how to use tab auto-completion to speed up your navigation of the file system, and we're also going to have a recap of everything that we've learned about navigating the file system in the past few videos. Now by the end of this video you're going to have all the knowledge that you need to navigate the file system like a pro, just add practice, and you're going to get plenty of that as we go through the course. So to get the final few pieces of information about tab auto-completion, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn about a really awesome feature known as tab completion. Now at the minute we're currently in our home directory, as you can see by looking at the shell prompt and also by using the pwd command, we see that we're in our home directory. Now we could actually jump all the way to the base directory of the system by just typing cd and then a slash. And if I do that, you'll see that if we use the print working directory command, we can see that we are in the base directory of our system. And I want to do this just to highlight that you don't have to go folder by folder when you're using the cd command. You can actually just jump all the way around your system. So for example, if I wanted to jump all the way to my desktop, I don't have to go cd then slash, I don't have to go step by step all the way through. I can just say cd, give it the tilde, and then say, because that's my home folder, and then say desktop, okay? And there we are, we end up in the desktop. So you can use the cd command to jump around. You don't just have to go step by step, okay? So clearing the screen, let's go ahead and now learn about tab completion. So let's say that we wanted to get all the way to my home directory using an absolute path, okay? We could do that simply by just typing it all out, right? We could type cd slash home slash ziad, and if we wanted to go to documents, we could type slash documents, and we would be there, okay? We would get all the way to the documents folder. But typing that out, it takes a bit of time, it's error prone, and we're kind of lazy as programmers, okay? So we want speed and we want things to be without errors, and we want things to work right the first time. So that's where tab completion comes in. Let's head back to our home. Let's head back to the very base directory and clear the screen. pwd, we're in the base directory. This is how you could use tab completion to get there. Remember, we want to get to the documents folder, okay? So that's going to be like this, okay? That's where we're trying to get to. So let's see how we would get there. We type cd, then a slash. Now, instead of typing out home, we could just type out h and press the tab, and you'll see that the shell automatically completed that piece of text for us. Now that's pretty cool. Let's try and type out ziad. So we just type z, and then we press tab, and it's filled out my name. Awesome, right? Now let's say we want to go into documents, okay? Let's type a capital D and press tab. Now why isn't that working? Let's try again. Okay, well, it's not working. Well, the reason is this capital D could refer to lots of things in our home folder. So let's take a look at it. If we go to our home folder here, clear the screen, and take a look, you can see that the capital D could refer to the desktop, it could refer to the downloads, or it could refer to the documents, and it's the documents that we want, okay? So if I say, okay, I want to go to the capital D here and press tab twice, well, if I just press it once, it won't work. If I press it twice really quickly, just like that, it will actually, it's a lot. It will actually, let me clear the screen. It will, press it twice. It will actually tell us which ones it matches, okay? So we want to go into documents. So if I type doc, okay, because if I type do and double tap, that's still no good because it could go for documents or download. So if I type doc and then press tab, now it's going to go to documents, okay? And there we are, we're in the documents folder. So that's awesome, and it cut down our level of typing and error proneness massively. So if we go all the way back to the root directory, now we can just type cd slash h tab z tab doc tab, and there we are, we're in the documents folder, okay? So that's really, really cool. This will work for file names just like it will for folders, and it's amazing, and I use it all the time, okay? Now there's one final awesome trick. Let's navigate to the desktop the graphical way. Okay, so we're going to go into the GUI, and we're going to get to the desktop. Now to actually open a terminal so that the shell is operating from in this directory, you can right click, and you'll notice that you'll see an option here that says open in terminal. Okay, so if we click that, you can see that we've got a terminal that's automatically opened in the desktop. So say for example you're doing stuff and you're navigating files in your, I don't know, in your documents folder. Okay, we've got some files in here, let's say. Then you could actually just right click and click open in terminal, and you're directly now operating in your terminal from within that documents folder. So, you know, if you're doing stuff graphically and then you want to switch to the terminal and then switch back, then this is a nice shortcut to be able to use. Okay, so you've learned a whole bunch of stuff in the last 3 videos or so about navigating the Linux file system. So I just wanted to take a bit of time to have a quick recap of what we have learned to make sure that it's all sunk in. So you know that you use the pwd command to print the current working directory that the shell is operating in, and it will print out an absolute path to where on the file system your shell is currently operating. You can use the ls command to see what's around you when you are in that directory. It just lists out the contents of the directory. Folders are in blue and files are in white, but you can make that easier to see using the capital F option, and we went through several other options that the ls command can have to make, you know, viewing things and viewing files in the command line a lot easier. You saw that the cd command can be used to change directory or move to a new location on the file system, and you saw that absolute paths are paths that start at the very base directory of the file system, so the slash, and relative paths are the paths that start from the directory that your shell is currently in. So relative paths are usually easier to type, but absolute paths are very clear as to where they end up. Okay, now every directory has the dot and dot dot hidden folders that you can see using the ls command with the a option, and the dot, the 1 dot means the current folder, and the 2 dots refer to the parent folder of where you currently are. So if you did cd and then did dot dot, that would move you up a folder. Okay, because it's saying go to the parent folder of where I currently am, and if you did cd dot, then that would just basically keep you where you are. It wouldn't make any difference. Okay, now tab auto completion we saw in this video, and we saw that tab auto completion is a really useful technique to speed up typing and avoiding errors. And if you press tab and nothing happens, just hit tab twice really quickly and it will show you several options that are conflicting, and you can just then type out a bit more to make sure that it selects the one you want. So like we saw when we typed the capital D, it wasn't working, but if we pressed tab twice we could see that it was clashing with documents, downloads and desktop, and then we could modify it thereon to make sure tab auto completion worked. But you'll use tab auto completion all the time. It saves you so much time and so much hassle. It's a great feature that the shell has, and it can also be used anywhere, not just when navigating. So if you are, you know, trying to enter an argument to a command and it's a file path, you can use tab auto completion to there as well. It's not just when using cd or ls or whatever it might be. You can use it for pretty much any command. And if you want to open up a terminal where you currently are when you're navigating graphically using the graphical user interface, just right click and click open in terminal, and a terminal will open up with the current directory being exactly where you were when you opened that terminal. So that's a really useful feature as well. If you just need to make some quick edits on the terminal and then shut it again and get back to doing what you were graphically, it's a great feature, so make sure you keep a hold of that. So we've covered a whole bunch of stuff in the last few videos, and now you should start feeling comfortable with how to navigate. You just use pwd to see where you are, ls to look around, and cd to move. And in the next video we're going to start discussing file extensions in Linux, because they don't work like they might do on other operating systems, and there's quite a few cool freedoms that file extensions let you have when working in Linux. So for that goodness, I'll see you in the next video.